Welcome back to a new video. So this will be one more before I finish these batch videos. So maybe next week I'll make more, but we got some players that we claimed off waivers. So we're going to continue to move forward a little bit, but nothing really too radical. We just kind of went through our lineups. We played just one game of the regular season, but we got through the spring training and all of that. And so we have players that we need to adjust around potentially. Adjust around potentially. But pretty happy with how our lineup looks. I think we'll be okay for the most part. We'll get these guys to, besides these guys that still have days, and put the rest in AAA. Right, we accidentally did that, so we'll let them configure the minors a little bit for us. And use this guy. This guy's kind of crazy eye control. That's kind of a weird stat to have super high. But we can take a couple of these guys. We'll throw him on, and throw him up. Active roster is full, so there's not really anyone that we want to drop off. So we'll leave them there, see if they clear waivers, and so we'll put them in a AAA. Or we just have to, honestly, we'll just waive them. We'll waive them, see if they survive. All right, so we did. All right, he has to be on the 40 man. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a game remove. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna throw him on there. Okay, never mind. We're gonna bring him back up. All right, I'm kind of confused. So they have to clear waivers. Doesn't need for assignment runs out. It must be assigned or released. Go to transfer wave. Whatever. We're just going to. I would like to assign him if I can. Let's bring him down. So it's kind of bugging out on me. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna release him. Not much we can do about that, but it is what it is. Let him set up the bullpen. And Gavin is again just getting shelled at the beginning of the year. He's somehow still 1-1. Man, broken kneecap. That is tragic. All right, so we actually need to get a catching guy up here. Man, this stinks. All right, so I guess we just have to bring him out. That is actually kind of terrible. Where's our... So just gonna push everyone up. And then we can bring... the Ben Rice back into the fold as our catcher, and move forward with that. Wow, that's what, 4 to 5 months. That's pretty terrible for our starting catcher. Don't really care about a relief pitcher getting suspended. But, all right, so goal this year, if everything goes well, to finish above 500. Making the playoffs would be a huge bonus, but if we can win more than 85 games, I'd be happy with that. If we can win more than 90, I would be extremely happy with that. I think that is probably our ceiling, is 90 games, but you never know. We do have a lot better pitching this year, and if we have some good hitting to go alongside with that, then we could be a pretty dangerous team, not necessarily to win a World Series or anything like that, but to potentially make some noise in the division, as well as potentially make the playoffs in general. So we'll see what we can do with any of that. Just kind of like to glance at that, I don't really spend too much time because it changes so much, it varies so much, and a lot of it are just, you know, prospects and stuff. What is kind of useful to do with that, he's going to be out for a week, so we'll go there. And Quan is back in center field. I'm gonna bump him up. So and then we need someone to go to left field or DH, which, let's see who we, do we have Gentry? We'll just throw Gentry in there. He batted well last year. So he'll go to left field. Let him bat clean up because, whoop. Because why not? And we do need to go to our roster and let the AI adjust things around with our roster just in case. These guys are 18 in the international complex, so we're going to bump them up to the ACL and then see if there's anyone that's too old that we can just bump up. So basically, once you hit 22, you kind of just need to go up to the next league, even if you're not going to be really good, just to kind of clear spots and to, in a sense, fill out the roster, because we do have ghost players available. But as you see, 24, that's a full roster, so nothing that's too crazy with that. And then everyone else can stay there, unless I guess we can bring up all the 18-year-olds. They don't need to be in the international complex. All right. So we're going to go ahead and play a little bit more. We're actually first in the division. So we fixed the White Sox. Never mind that we're not in the first as I finish that sentence. But at least we're looking pretty decent this year until we go off a pretty drastic losing streak. All right, so we're going to go to here. We're going to look at our lineup and see how Gentry is doing. So he's kind of mashing. He's always mashed. So we're going to leave him in. And where is Tyler? So he's only batting 196. We'll actually just leave him on the bench. Javier, how is he doing? 240. We actually brought him up all the way up from Birmingham, which I believe is single A, which is kind of hilarious that he's 2.5 stars and he's kind of popping off. It's not really that great, but I mean, better than Angel Martinez. Where's Javier? Yeah, he's batting 231, so I mean, I'll take it. He's 21 years old. He's batting as well as he's doing as well as Angel Martinez could have done, and it's not like I wouldn't be opposed to playing Angel, so it's kind of good to have them both. But he's kind of like our good old utility guy. Let's see, we got all our guys. So our 2-star catchers kind of doing well, regular catchers doing well, so certainly happy with that. Honestly, we got some good hitting, which is good. Let's look at our pitching really quick. Our starting pitching is pretty good besides Gavin, although he was at 11 when I looked at him at the beginning of the year. Our closer is a 5 ERA. My goodness. We're going to go ahead and just move this. That's no. We need to move. All right, I guess we just got to, we'll just switch their positions. Kevin Ginkel is kind of not it. All right, well, relief pitcher, we're not worried about trying to fix. We're 9 games over 500, so I mean, we are a decent team. I say that as we go on a losing streak, or we are 8 games under. We were 29 and 21, I think. Maybe I'm just gaslighting myself, and we were 29 and 20, but we were several games over 500. Cleveland and Kansas City are still really good. Even Minnesota's 2 games over 500. Detroit's way back, but they're only 7 games under 500, so they're not even that terrible of a team. Oh wait, Pablo, you're only 2.5 stars, so you are 100% not getting an extension, because let's look at the contract. Yeah, $22 million. Pablo, are you crazy? You would have to play every position for that to be worth it. So first year player draft. We'll go ahead and do this really quick. We're at about 9, almost 10 minutes. There's a lot more better a lot better of prospects in this one in general, which is kind of exciting. So we'll auto pick until we are here and then see who the AI wants us to pick. So they want us to get this right-handed shortstop, just a shortstop, 5 stars. We'll go ahead and meet demand, then we'll auto pick again. The recommendations do a pretty good job of finding players. Like if you look here, they have good potential, young usually, but I usually like the recommendations for the most part. So like here, it's like we could try to get someone like that Tim Clifton that's up there, or the Justin Land, or even the Julio Santana. I kind of like someone like this a little bit more because what's he, center field? Not a bad prospect, to be honest. So I mean, 60 power potential, 60 contact potential. Catching prospects are interesting because we usually kind of need them, but we'll go with what they recommend and then see if we still got a 4-star potential catcher that could potentially be there, a second baseman prospect. I kind of want the catcher, and so we'll go here, and then we'll see if Justin Land stays. So I mean, a 5-star, we'll go ahead and meet his demand. I am more than okay with that. So we'll go to scouting recommendations. They want a 3.5-star. I don't mind, like, if it says extremely hard, you just have to give them money. It's as simple as it sounds. Like, it's usually, like, if it's impossible, sometimes it's kind of like a hilariously large amount of money. But for, like, Ben Quick, I feel like they wanted me just to draft him already, and now they don't want me to draft him even though he's still available. Kind of weird. But, like, I don't mind going for people that are extremely hard. I don't see why you wouldn't. But maybe I'm delusional with that, but it kind of just fills out your roster pretty decent. So at this point, you know, when you see, at least when I see that there's only, you know, 3-star potential left, I let the AI just kind of pick whoever they want to fill out our draft class. So we're going to negotiate here and just go ahead and make sure we get all these players. So like none of them want anything that's like, you know, $10 million. Or sometimes for like the impossible, they'll want something like $7 million, and sometimes they're not even that good of a prospect. Like the guy down there, he might not be worth it. So what, he's a 2-star. Let's see what he wants. Yeah, $9 million. So like we're not offering that person obviously for a 2-star prospect. You can go to college and develop a little bit. No problem for us. And we'll see as these prospects start to develop, or as they start to sign. So it looks like they all signed. So that means we have to go to here and organize our system a little bit. And then we will just continue to rock forward. We're still 5 games over 500. Now we're losing all our games. So we're kind of falling apart in 3 months. So that's good. So we're going to go to here. So we need to look to see what we can move around with our team, because we're losing all of our games. So Gavin Williams just needs to be in the bullpen. That's just all there is to it. So we can go to long relief. And then Casey Mays is just kind of not it. That's fine. We'll keep him up there and just avoid high leverage. So then he can just kind of chill up there and just eat innings as we need. So we'll throw Lucas Luis Gill up into there, and then we'll look at AAA to see if there's anyone. We need to look this way, potential wise or average or overall wise. That could be. So there's no one really that's like, all right, we got to have this guy up. And go ahead and just move stuff around a little bit. Let the AI control that. And then we'll look at our lineups. So we're going to let so we're hitting. Oh, he's kind of batting. He's kind of popping off. So yeah, so there's not really much that I think is really that necessary to change. So we'll just keep rocking forward and see if we continue our collapse, because we're like 8 games or 9 games above 500, And now we are just back to where we were, just right at 500. Had a lot of good potential, and now we're just kind of falling off really bad, which is kind of disappointing. So we're gonna go to roster, and you know, when my ideas don't work, I really don't understand why they're obsessed with putting Gavin Williams there. So we're just gonna see if someone can trade, if there's someone that wants him, because he's just not doing well on our team. He's just not the guy. He is not that guy. The fielder prospect, starting pitching prospect. We'll just scroll down to see if there's anyone that's... Sterling Thompson's interesting. There's no one that's really... Because like I feel like our team should be a little bit better than what they're at. And it's kind of disappointing. At the same time, you know, it could be worse. So kind of like this left fielding prospect, but we want potentially this Ryan Gallagher guy. I just don't want Gavin Williams on our team. He just kind of stinks. And we'll let the AI do our lineups. We'll let the AI do our lineups to see if that helps our team do a little bit better. Maybe not. We'll probably lose a bunch of more games, but when you're 10 games back, it's usually like I like to try to set the lineups, and then like if stuff doesn't work, just let the AI kind of do what it wants, because it's not going to do worse than what your team currently is doing if you're, you know, 10 games back or whatever. But it might give you some luck. Because my idea with that is that if the AI likes it, then the simulation that probably, you know, works in conjunction with it will also like it. So then it kind of, in a sense, will work together maybe a little bit better, potentially. I think there is, you know, some ways to not necessarily game the system, but like to, you know, to work within the system. But sometimes, you know, the AI is going to be biased towards things that it thinks should work. Sometimes it'll be biased towards things that it thinks shouldn't work. But you never know. Yeah, we're kind of collapsing. So we're kind of close to the All-Star break. So I think this is where we start making some... Yeah, we're somewhat close to it. So we're going to start looking, manage our roster, and Pablo is being traded. He's on an expiring contract. He is not doing much for us. I mean, what's his ERA? That's decent. Like, he's 11-5, but we're not re-signing him anyway, so it couldn't hurt to get rid of him. Ruptured tendon in his finger, but he's 32. Jesus Luzardo for $19 million, but he's 29. So we'll look to see what is there. So Jordan Westberg, 28, 4.6 million on that arbitration. Kind of an interesting prospect or interesting player. Tristan Casas, first and third base. So he's interesting with that potential. And his contact and stuff can go up, so we'll look down. So that's an interesting one. I don't think there's anyone else that's going to really pop off the screen as far as that 4-star potential. And we'll scroll back up to see if there's anyone that's particularly like a really good prospect that they would want. That's kind of what we're looking at. Not really an outfielder. Some of them, you know, could be interesting, but not really worried about our outfielding prospects at this time because we just don't really have a spot for them. Yeah, 25-year-old starting pitcher. Like, it's just, it's hard to really want one of those guys. We'll go back up. So he's currently 3 stars, has 3.5-star potential. And so we're going to go ahead and trade for this. Oh, they're happy. I thought they were unhappy. So we're going to go ahead and make some more trades. Throw him onto the roster. Look over here. And basically we're just kind of looking at salary casualties. So like both these guys, they're not the problem. He is kind of the problem for how much he's making, only being 3 stars, 4 ERA. He's not bad enough to where we need to get rid of him or anything. So there's no one that's like a problem necessarily. All right, so we are good in that regard. I'm gonna go ahead and let the AI throw our pitching lineup together. Let's go down to AAA to see if there's anyone that is doing good work. We're gonna promote him up there and then come back to here, go over to here, let the AI fix our minor leagues a little bit, and then we will look at the waiver wire. Not really that interesting, and so there's nobody that's really there. So like, does that help our team? I don't really know, but let's look at our lineups and see. Let the AI run our lineups again, and so that moves some people around. So he's batting 247, which is not bad for a rookie. Manzardo 251, and then he's batting decent for Boston. What's his? I didn't even check his contract, so not bad, not bad. And so what I want to do now is look. Oh, I guess we can look here and see if there's anyone that we're gonna be like, all right, we need to extend. Like Quan could be someone that we want to extend. So we have control of him till he's 33. It's pretty expensive, but it is what it is. Coulson, we have him forever, so we already got that extension taken care of. And then so here we could potentially offer him an extension, we'll say for 4 years. We'll say 4 years. All right, we'll offer him that. Seems reasonable. Manzardo, we got him for a while. All right, so we did a pretty good job of like making sure our guys that we want for a while are extended. I like that Rodriguez is doing some work, as well as Ben Rice, so hitting pretty decent. Just see if we can start winning some games. I mean, we're not that far back from 500, and like I said, our goal this year is to be 85 games. That's essentially above 500, but we gotta just keep winning. Gotta keep believing. We got rid of, honestly, I think our lineup got better with that trade for getting rid of Pablo Sanchez there. And not that he was pitching bad for us, but we got another bat, and we have that guy now for several years, and so we just have more pop in our lineup. And we weren't, like I said, we weren't going to re-sign him anyway, so it kind of worked out that we were able to get a pretty good player for him. We're definitely not trading Ben Rice. We don't have any other catchers in our team unless we're going to go with that 2-star guys. No, we don't need a guy with reoccurring back spasms. So we're back to 52 and 53. Man, I really would like for us to we just don't have any of those big winning streaks, and I wish we would. Not a bad player necessarily, but we just don't need a relief pitcher like that. So some of these trades are like not a bad player, but just not someone that we particularly need. And like that prospect, like he was good enough where we don't want to get rid of him. So it's kind of the tricky thing. I am absolutely thrashed from training yesterday. I did a 300 kilo deadlift for a double, tried to do it for a triple, but my goodness, am I sore from that, which logically makes sense. I lift pretty heavy in a lot of lifts. But man, the fatigue you get from big deadlifts is something different. It's like getting hit by a car. It's how I imagine, I should say. I haven't been hit by a car, thankfully, but it's how I imagine like going, like it's almost like just a traumatic experience. Not that it's like, mentally that bad, but like your body is just like in a crazy deficit as far as recovery goes. Plus I lost weight. I was 232 yesterday. I was a skinny man, which was interesting. So we're just going to throw him to AAA. He may not like it. Man, he's only 4 more days and we got him back. So that could be pretty big for us. Yeah, so we're going to get So is there anyone that we're gonna drop down? Where's that other catcher? Oh, Bender. Man, it feels bad because he's batting well this year. But to AAA you go, friend. You're just not that guy, pal. Where is our other catcher? Ben Rice, 256. I mean, it's hard to... It feels bad to punish him for, you know, batting that well. But at the same time, you got to go with your better players. Leander Diaz is just... He's that guy. Right there, we're getting close. Noah Schultz is back. Is there anyone? So we have like a 2-star guy. We're just gonna go ahead and demote. So we're gonna waive him and then bring our dude back up. We're 65. Like I felt like we're in this position the first two. I don't think in the first season we were like hanging around 500 as much, but last season and now we feels like we're just around 500 the entire season. And I kind of just want to, I know I'm at 26 minutes, but we're just going to hammer through and see if we can finish above 500. See if we can develop our team, just continually get a little bit better. We're so close. We're so close to just being above there. Just bring these two pitchers up and then let the AI fix our own lineup, throw that guy into AAA, and then review and move forward. We just need like a 5-game win streak, and we just never get one. Man, we're down at 70. We're super close. We are super close. How is Tyler Black doing? 237. I don't want to change our lineup. I'm pretty happy with how it's all looking for the most part. We're going to throw him on the DL for 10 days. And then let the AI fix our lineup a little bit. Man, we are so close. We are so close to just being above 500. 3 games under. We got to get there. Got to get there. Everyone on our team's getting hurt now. Everyone on our team's getting hurt now. This is not good. All right, so pitching. This is not good. This is not good at all, actually. See if Bieber going down will allow us to move up. All right, now we get to look at these random players retiring. 3 to 4 months. I mean, he was a starter for us, but it actually kind of works out because we kind of were trying to knock him down to AAA at one point anyway, and he refused. We can just bring both these guys up. Frankly, we don't really need them, but we got the spots. We have the positions. Yeah, we should go, and I need to get better at that, letting the AI set up our minor leagues, because they do adjust some people around, especially when I bump people up to the majors. All right, so these are just random players that we weren't going to need. Can we actually push forward? No, we are losing 3 games in a row, then winning 3 games in a row. We need a 5-game win streak. We are just not getting it. 3 weeks. All right, we are just cooked. We're cooked. There's just no if and buts about it. Wow, our hitting's actually kind of atrocious this year. He still has. All right, we actually have some guys with some pop in the bat though. But no, we're just not gonna. We're gonna have the same record again. Are we? Oh, we're so close. Oh, we couldn't do it. Not the playoffs. I knew that wasn't gonna happen, but I don't think we're gonna finish. We gotta pop off these last 8 games. Can we do it? Nope. Dude, are we gonna get the same record 3 years in a row? This game busted. Oh wait, did we 84? We did. There is no shot. There is no shot that we did 77 and 85 3 years. Like, statistically, that does not make any sense. Obviously, if you look at our general statistics, it makes sense. Like, although our ERA's gone up each year, Our runs scored have gone up a lot each year. Runs allowed, of course, have gone up. Our ERA's gone up. But the fact that we've had literally the same win-loss is actually comical. I suppose we're not getting worse, but we're not getting better, which is frustrating because we need better pitching. That's clearly what's limiting us. We're hitting is getting better. It's like our pitching is getting worse each year, but our hitting is getting better to make up for it. But it ends up being a net neutral thing that's happening each year, which is rather frustrating. But we'll go ahead and get through the World Series. It looks like the Orioles have a juggernaut of a team. They only lost one game the whole playoffs, which is kind of hilarious. Man, we just need all the good pitchers, and we don't have any good pitchers. We don't have a single one. Don't have a single one. We're gonna go ahead and claim Jimmy Joyce. See if there's anyone else. Justin Lure. Just start claiming all these players. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Josh Springer. I don't know why he's being waived. But then we have, I don't know. We'll just claim a bunch of people. I mean, like, they're young players. What's the worst? We'll just, they're 2 stars. We don't need them. But yeah, like guys like this, we don't necessarily need to claim. Like he's, wait, did he have 100 RBIs this year? What? Oh, that's in in the minors. I thought like, why is he getting waived for that? But he actually I can't believe someone would bat that well in the minors. That is actually kind of hilarious. We don't need to look at free agents yet, even though I glanced at it for more than a few seconds. All right, so let's look at our IL screen. Man, that's rather tragic. We can throw everyone there and get through this development week, get through here. I still can't believe that we've had 3 seasons with this same exact win-loss record. Maybe that means we're due to collapse or due to actually win more than 85 games in a year. Probably not. All right, my contract extended. That's fine. Kind of expected it. All right, so our pitching coach retired. So we need to replace him and look at salary arbitration. We don't have anyone to resign. We have some minor leaguers that we could potentially resign, but there's no one that is. We'll offer him a minor league extension, and we'll offer him a minor league extension. And then the rest of these guys, we'd have to pay too much, so they're not really worth it. While we're here, we might as well just look to see what these guys are at. Lucas Gill, he actually collapsed last year, so he is no longer on our team. Someone like this, he has 4.2. Yainer Diaz. So like these guys are solid. Angel Martinez, he improved a little bit to a 2.5 star. And Tyler Black kind of just crapped the bed, which you hate to see. Let's see, set position. Wasn't it first base where he had more potential? Yeah, so he could be better there. His hitting obviously doesn't change with his position, but his defense must just be better at that position a little bit. Let's actually see. Yeah, so his defense is better there. Center field, it's actually the same. It's weird how his potential changes a little bit. Let's actually set him to left field to see if that actually changes things a little bit. No, it just moves him one spot there. We'll definitely keep him though. We'll move forward just one more time. And yeah, so we got some of the players that we tried to get off waivers. Very good. So they're gonna get popped up real quick with that. And let's see, go to transactions and throw them all on the active roster. I guess we can't. We need to waive a couple players. Oh, we have some crap players we just need to get rid of. All right. There we go. Oh my goodness. Why won't they go on? I took, oh, those were players in AAA. I thought we took people off the roster. We did not. All right. So we're gonna go to, we're gonna waive him and waive him. There we go. Next year, boys, that's when we'll be cooking. That's when we'll be the greatest team of all time. We're just being held back. We're gonna go ahead and offer this guy 5 years. We'll say 750 and throw them on there. And then while I'm thinking about it, let's go to the front office, to personnel, and we'll offer everyone. So nobody wants to come back yet. But we're gonna go ahead and make sure we save, and then we'll move on with our lives. So these videos got longer. It is what it is. I enjoy playing the game, but now it is time for me to go and train. Hopefully the Guardians next year don't win 95 games, so we can win a couple more, but you never know. But anywho, that's it for this one. Talk to you all in the next one. Have a great one. Peace.